Hi guys, it's Stock Curry, and in today's video I'm going to explain why the markets went down on Monday. I've got to tell you what big news is coming out Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. and we're going to discuss the other market news that's going to affect stocks for the rest of this week. So let's get into it! Let's start with the reason that the markets went down on Monday. Now, Monday was an absolute bloodbath in the markets. The S&P closed down 1.7% and the NASDAQ closed down over 2%. Of course, if you watched my videos from last week, you know that we bought QQQ and SPY put options, so we made an absolute killing today. And later on in this video, I'll explain why we made so much money and just how much we actually made. But first, let me get to this market news. So the reason that the markets went down so much today was pure fear over what's going to happen on Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. Tuesday at 8:30 a.m., the CPI, or Consumer Price Index inflation numbers, are going to come out. Now, this is about 1 hour before the market opens. The White House says it expects inflation to be extraordinarily elevated. This is mainly due to higher prices because of the war in Ukraine. Now, as the war in Ukraine has raged on last month, that caused energy prices especially to absolutely skyrocket. And those energy prices affect everything. And so we do expect inflation to be the highest it has been since 1981. February's inflation came in at 7.9% year over year, yet March's inflation is expected to come in at 8.4%. Now, that is a really bad inflation report if it does in fact come in that high. And that is why the markets went berserk on Monday and absolutely tanked. Everybody is afraid that inflation is going to be sky high and that the Fed might actually have to do interest rates much higher than 0.5%. Now, all of that said, there's actually some good news that's coming out of this. Two pieces of good news, actually. The first bit of good news is, with inflation expectations at 8.4%, the market's pricing in pretty much the worst case scenario. Now, if inflation comes in higher than that, say 8.6, 8.7%, we can expect the markets to go ahead and tank again on Tuesday. However, if inflation comes in lower than that, say 8.1, 8.2%, we can expect the markets to rally on Tuesday. And in my mind, with the markets already pricing in 8.4%, we have a much higher likelihood of coming in either at or below that number than we do of coming in above that number. Pretty much everybody expects inflation to come in much higher than 8.4%. So in my mind, if everybody's expecting that, then we're probably going to go lower. I'm weird like that. I tend to think of the opposite of everybody else, and well, that's worked out pretty well for me so far. So in that regard, I think it's actually a good thing that the markets are pricing in a super high inflation number, because it's far more likely that we're going to come in lower in it than we are, significantly above it. Now, that said, the other bit of good news that I personally see coming out of this is the fact that March is supposed to be the highest inflation we get. Every month from here on out, we are supposed to get lower and lower inflation, meaning we might hit 8.4% in March, and then maybe 8.1% in April, and 7.8% in May, and maybe 7.5% in June. You get the idea. It's going to start coming back down. Now, I want to be very clear that that does not mean that prices are going down. That does not mean that we are in a deflationary environment. What that means is inflation still remains sky high. It's just, instead of inflation being up here at 50,000 feet, inflation's at like 45,000 feet. It's still way up there. And prices continue to rise significantly. They're just not rising as fast as they have been up until March. So that's actually a good thing, that March is supposed to be the highest inflation we get, and every month from here on out, it's supposed to get lower and lower and lower. Now, that said, inflation is not expected to drop significantly fast. In fact, it's expected to be a very slow decline. Public expectations for March of 2023, that's 1 year from now, are that inflation is going to hit 6.6%. And then 3 years from now, in March 2025, it's expected to be 3.7%. But here's the thing, even 3.7% is above the Fed's expected or ideal inflation rate of 2%. So for the next 3 years, we are expected to have inflation above the Fed's ideal rate, which means the Fed could be fighting inflation with rising interest rates for the next 3 years. So that's what we need to watch out for on Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 1 hour before the markets open, are the CPI inflation numbers that are coming out. You can fully expect that right at 8:30 a.m., 1 hour before the markets open, the pre-markets are actually going to skyrocket up or they're going to tank down. And which way, who knows? Now, I've seen it in the past where inflation came in right at expectations. Say it comes in at 8.4, 8.3, 8.5%, somewhere in there. I have seen it in the past where the pre-markets will actually tank down, and then during the day, the markets rise up. It's crazy. We can never fully predict what the markets are going to do, but one way or another, I expect the markets to move significantly on Tuesday. Now, moving on to some other news, the WHO, or World Health Organization, says it is closely watching China as the country grapples with its worst COVID surge. That's right, the worst COVID surge they've had ever since the start of this pandemic. Shanghai remains locked down a week after the shutdown was supposed to end. And of course, this is affecting stocks that produce things in China, including Apple, Tesla, and NIO. And with Apple and Tesla being the largest companies that affect the NASDAQ and S&P the most, as those companies continue to drop in price, as the shutdowns continue to go on, that means the overall market indices are going to continue to drop in price as well. And it is for that reason that I did not sell my QQQ or SPY put options. I actually held them. I expect the markets to continue to go down this week. No matter what happens on Tuesday, even if the markets go up on Tuesday, I think Wednesday and Thursday, it'll just continue to go back down. Currently, I am up 118% on my QQQ put option, and I'm up 130% on my SPY put option. Now, I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this to help you because I want you to join me in making money. So many people over the VIP Discord have joined me in making money, and they are absolutely killing it. There were so many reports of people making money today. I don't even have enough time to include them all in this video, but let me just highlight a few. Waywards87 made $195 on his QQQ put and an additional $121 on his SPY put. Avza00 said he made money as well. Stocking Gains made over 100% on his QQQ put. Lino decided to take profits early, and he made a 60% gain on the SPY put and an 84% gain on the QQQ put. Sundoc76 made a 76% gain on their QQQ put. Sunflower is up over 140% on their Twitter put, and is up $422 on their QQQ put, and is up an additional $260 on their SPY put. And of course, it wasn't just today that we made money. We've been making money for weeks now. Stony is up 550% over the past month. Now, if you want to know everything I buy and sell so that you can get in on these trades too and make money with us, then come join us in the VIP Discord. What are you waiting for? We are making a killing over there. Yangtown asked, is the VIP Discord worth $20 a month? And Brendan basically said, well, I'll put it to you this way. I made over $400 today before 1 p.m. So if you're ready to come make money with us, then come join us at the VIP Discord. You can sign up at stockcurry.vip/getvip. That's stockcurry.vip/getvip. All right, now let's talk about crypto real fast, and unfortunately, it's not good. Bitcoin fell below $40,000 for the first time in almost a month. Now, as I've said before on this channel, cryptocurrencies are not a store of value, not yet anyway. So it's not like gold or silver or something where it can be a great hedge in your portfolio against inflation or the stock market going down. For right now, cryptocurrency tends to trade in line with the stock market, only it seems to be exasperated. I mean, it's actually trading faster than the stock market does. So if the stock market goes up 2%, crypto might go up 10%. If the stock market goes down 2%, crypto might drop 10%. So it's really not a great time to be buying into cryptocurrencies when the stock market is falling, because cryptocurrencies continue to fall as well. And then just one last bit of quick news I wanted to leave you guys with. In yesterday's video, I explained how Elon Musk was not going to join Twitter's board, and I talked about how I expected the share price to absolutely tank. Now, Twitter had a wild day in the markets. Pre-market, it opened up at $42, and then it reached all the way up to $48 during the day before giving some of it back. It was a 20% intraday move. Now, the reason that Twitter actually regained all of those losses during the day is because people are wondering if Elon Musk might pursue a hostile takeover of Twitter. Meaning he might just keep buying and buying and buying and buying and buying shares, causing the stock price of Twitter to skyrocket as there's more and more buying pressure on the share price. Regardless, when I look at the technicals, Twitter remains bearish. So that's why I actually held on to my Twitter puts today, and I plan to continue to hold them for a few more days. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video and got a lot out of it. Comment down below what you think the CPI inflation numbers are going to come in at. And I wanted to remind you that Webull is currently offering their best promotion ever this month. When you sign up using my link in the description below and deposit just $1, Webull's going to send you 5 free stocks worth up to $9,600. And of course, Webull makes it extremely easy to trade multi-leg options on the platform, which is what I mainly use to make my money. Now, in addition to that, if you're not a US resident and you want to trade these multi-leg options with us, but your broker maybe doesn't offer options, then I do recommend Interactive Brokers. Interactive Brokers offers options trading throughout the world, including in the UK, and I do have a link for Interactive Brokers in the description of this video as well if you want to sign up for that. Now, I do want to remind you that I have material connections with both of these companies, so whenever you sign up for either one, not only are you getting a great broker to trade with, you're also helping me to continue to produce these great videos for you. Now, finally, I want to remind you to hit that like button, subscribe, click the bell icon, and click all so that you can get notified when I release my next video. I hope you have a lot of success trading, and I will see you tomorrow.